The profitable traders are the ones that do the right things day in and day out. They're focused on the process. They're focused on finding their setup and not just entering the market when they see a green candle.
All of my bitches got pretty
Take the step.
Here she a cute Jamaican. In the mirror I see greatness in the making. In the mirror I see real, I'm never faking it. She just let me hit, yeah, I need percussion. I just hit me a lick, I don't know you nothing. Getting kinky, she know that I'm into that. Tweety bird, yeah, I taught me a putty tag. I might pit me a bitch like I'm Pootie Tang. I see you getting rich, nigga, do your thing. You had money, I didn't, you called it lame. I got money, so now I treat you the same. Man, I'm
At 7 a.m., a lot of people are still sleeping, and I try to hop up out of bed and stack some wins by 7:30 a.m. The first win of the day is always making my bed. It sets my mind for organization for the rest of the day.
What they do. It's your boy, TJ Too Smooth. Let me make sure my head's not cut off in this shot. As you guys can see, I was trading this morning. I trade indices, specifically NASDAQ in confluence with ES or SPY 500 or the S&P 500. I'm annoyed because, bro, I took 2 winning trades. I was up. 2 winning trades, bro. I was up. And then later on in the day, I started trading with the candles. And I fucking blew it. All of the profit that I made, I gave it back to the fucking market today.
Why?
And I'm mad at myself because I am meant for so much more than this. I'm meant to be a profitable trader. And I didn't show my future self the discipline that I know I should. I did not show my future self that I'm deserving of what's to come. So today I was pissed at my performance. Now, I'll post on the screen the 2 trades that I took this morning. The first one, boom, it's on the screen. I saw a 5-minute draw on liquidity. Price came down within a range, touched a demand zone. So a little bit of supply and demand in there, and it rocketed up. I had a nice entry on that, and I won that trade. Second trade, it's on the screen. Another banger. And the problem is, y'all, when I feel like I'm on a roll and I think that I can do no wrong in the market. I know it sounds funny because coming from a novice trader like myself, it's like, bro, do you not understand how messed up the market is? Like, the market does not care if you're passionate about trading. The market doesn't care that you won the last 2 trades. The market doesn't give a fuck. The market giveth and the market taketh away, bro. This is something that I'm coming to realize, that trading with the right strategy is so important, bro. Like, it's funny now thinking about it, like, because coming to think of like the last 2 trades, I don't even want to tell y'all the last 2 trades I took. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you the last 2 trades I took. I'm just going to tell you that the last 2 trades were stupid. And if I would have just looked at the setup that was in front of me, I would not have taken those 2 trades. I'm done talking about trading today. I really just want to tell y'all, man, trading. Hold on, let me make this a little more personable. Yes. So if you're like me, then you feel like you're made for so much more in this life. You know that you have the brain power. You know that you can access the discipline. You know that you are smart enough to learn the skill. So you're made for so much more. But you're also a little bit over ambitious and overzealous at times. And that can cause for some mistakes to be made, especially while trading. So just, if you're like me, I need you to relax. I need you to breathe. I need you to understand that when you win, you exit. When you win, you exit. Take your money and go. You have achieved a win in a market where 99% of traders lose. So once you've won, turn around and go. And as I prepare my dinner here, you know what's the major difference that I've seen between a profitable and an unprofitable trader? It's discipline. Discipline is the deciding factor. You probably think that it's your strategy, bro, but I'm just here to have a real talk with you and let you know that once you find your strategy, bro, it's less about the strategy and more about your discipline. There are traders out there who wait all week for 2 setups. They wait all week for 2 setups. They make profit on both. Now, being that their frequency is so low in the market, they've already got you beat by a long shot. Because their frequency is low, they won 2 trades, your frequency is high, and you won 2 out of 8 trades. You see? That you won 2 out of 10, you're at a 20% win rate. They won 2 out of 4, they're at a 50% win rate. You see? It's called over trading for a reason, bro. My future self will thank me for showcasing this and having this conversation on screen. But anyway, without further ado, man, Chef TRE, let's chef it up. Let's get this food going because I'm starving. And then we're gonna hit the gym.
Are you wearing my black tee? Are you wearing my black tee?
And there you have it. We've got our blackened chicken with our, basically these are soft shell tacos. I basted them in zesty ranch and buffalo sauce. And then I added some cheese on top. Honestly, I could have went for a little bit more peppers, but it's cool. This is gonna be enough fiber. It's not gonna clog me up. Now the question is, should I eat this before the gym or should I eat it after the gym? That's the question. I really don't know. I need to get out of these clothes and then I'll figure out what I'll do. Legs, mate. I don't want to hear any crying from you, cunts.
Get on my fucking arm, cunt!
It's my gym, mate. It's my gym.
This is my roof, cunt! Not yours!
Alright, y'all. We made it to the gym, man. This is day 1 of my summer transformation.
You may have heard my Australian accent. I've been working on that for a few years. And like I said, I'm doing legs, core, and push-ups. And we're going after legs first. And this is day one. Let's go. This ain't easy, gang. This ain't easy, gang. But I got some good food waiting on me. I got enough for tonight and for lunch tomorrow. So let's get it done.
A few moments later.
If there's any movement that y'all are not implementing and should be, it's the weighted squat. I've personally done variations with dumbbells and kettlebells, and honestly, all of that is good. You know, there's functional movements you can do with the kettlebell and get pretty much the same effect, but squatting with weight on your back, there's something visceral about that. It kind of reminds your body that if there was any sort of load on your shoulders, that your legs, your glutes, and your back would have to support that and pick it up, you know. I'll put a video on the screen right now. There was a obviously out of shape Home Depot worker, and I say Home Depot because that's just what it looked like in there. He was getting a box from off of a shelf, and the box basically bent his back in half, bro. Bent his back in half, and everyone underneath him was yelling, bro, stand up straight, bro, let the box go, bro, let it go. And he was, you know, obviously just too weak to do the job, but you know, you never want to be in a situation like that, you know. Maybe you just have, you know, kids, or, you know, a girlfriend that likes to be picked up or something, you know. Whatever the case is, you should be squatting. And what's funny is, a lot of time, the women are squatting more than the men these days. If you look on Instagram, and I'm not just talking about weight, I'm just talking about like actually squatting and putting the weight on the bar and squatting and doing the movement. Women are doing it more than men these days because they're focusing on their glutes and, you know, trying to build bigger legs and bigger butts. But that's not what the move is for. And I think that's what social media has kind of like made people think. Please implement a squat. Damn, I need some water. Not gonna lie, I should have recorded that last set because that was savage, but let's move on to the next exercise. Yes, sir. We got a little pump going now. Look at that. See that? Y'all be thinking, man, a nigga skinny. Boy, shit, I don't even motherfucker. And one thing about me, I have dense muscle that all I have to do is work out. All I have to do is lift, and it swells, and I get bigger. But that's what happens when you focus on strength. When you focus on lifting for strength and just constantly progressive overload, you're gonna build a denser set of muscle that lasts longer. All right, y'all. My least favorite part of every workout ever, training abs. You know, they say abs on a skinny guy is like big tits on a fat chick. It's to be expected, right? And it's kind of like been the story of my life. I've basically always had the potential to have abs. Here's a picture of me when I was like 14. I was built like a fucking Men in Black alien. But I always had the potential to have abs, and when I work out, you know, I lean out, my abs do show. But there was a time in my life where I was just going hard on core and abs, and here's a photo of when I was like really going hard on abs. So let's see if we can achieve something similar to that within the next 4 weeks.
top to top. Do some hanging
Leg raises. Sets.
Y'all know that being able to do a significant amount of proper push-ups reduces the likelihood of a heart attack. Did you know that? Well, there's a fun fact for you.
So I got my tacos. And one thing that I'm gonna say before I close this out, that this thing of ours that we call trading and this independence we have, maybe you work from home and you're like me, or you're just ambitious and you're just starting your trading journey. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. The profitable traders are the ones that do the right things day in and day out. They're focused on the process. They're focused on finding their setup and not just entering the market when they see a green candle or selling when they see a red candle. You see what I'm saying? This is about consistency. And it's a lot deeper than just trading. You see what time I woke up this morning? You saw my morning routine. I have a full-time job and I'm still focused on charting and trading. You see that? So if you're in college and you don't have to support yourself right now, what's your excuse? There is nothing stopping you from what you want. Well, it's also difficult for me personally to be trading, learning a new strategy, doing analysis, and still be present in a morning meeting on camera, on Zoom, and then have to speak to different people every hour on the hour while I'm trading at the same time. That's difficult, but I get it done. I make it happen. Again, we lost some trades today. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying consistent. So stay focused, y'all. Get focused. Continue trading. Follow the channel. Subscribe. I got a whole lot more coming for you.